Jamila.
My name is Jamila Hama. I heard about EFA 6 years ago in my very first year of elementary school, so I worked doubly hard all of elementary school to make it into the house. Some of my friends from the village brought me with them for this selection because I didn't know where the house was. I live 37 kilometers from Asni, and without EFA I would not have been able to continue my studies. Many girls my age had to stop their studies, and I feel so bad that they don't have the opportunity that I have. Even my sister had to stop after elementary school. Some girls didn't push themselves to continue their studies because they knew they would be living far away, and they heard bad things about living far away from family in Asni. Worse, they convinced many more girls to not pursue higher education by sharing these rumors. These girls only listened to what they heard and didn't challenge what they heard. They didn't challenge their fears. I understand their fear, but I believe it is more important to reach out and try new things. I want to be a French teacher when I grow up. Thank you, Khadija, and all the other girls and staff for pushing us in our studies. I have learned a lot.
And her name is again?
Jamila.
Jamila.
Hafsa.
In this house, yeah.
How old are you? She's 14. Okay, my name is Hafsa Ait Abu, and I was born on the 1st of April 2006. I live with 2 sisters and 1 brother in the village of Tingreen, 40 kilometers away. My parents did their best to help us continue our studies, even though my dad had to search for a different job regularly throughout the year. Every time my parents would say that they would do everything in their power to assure that we had all that we needed to continue our studies. Most girls from the village now continue their studies. Only a few stop, and only because some disaster has befallen their families, like a sick parent or a lost job. My dream is to be an English teacher. When I was very young, I loved speaking English, which I learned from the guides and tourists that make treks through our village. Thank you to everyone who encouraged me to learn new things every day. Do you want to read? Oh. I hope every girl will have a chance like me to live in a nice, clean, tidy boarding house. Is this somebody else? No?
My name is, yeah, this is another one. She talked about the story when she helped her to come here.
Oh, okay. My name is Fatima. I said I am from Tashdut.
38 kilometers. Yeah, this is the girl. She approached her to come here.
Oh, okay. My sister was one of the first girls to go through EFA, but she had to leave at year 2 to get married and have a child. Now every day she tells me, never stop your schooling until you are finished. Without EFA, I would never have been able to continue my studies because I don't have any other place to stay in Asni, and we live far away from school and there is no daily transport from my village. I hope every girl in the Atlas Mountains have the chance to live near a school so that they can continue their schooling, because education is the most important thing in our lives, even more than marriage, getting a job, or being rich. I want to be a math teacher when I grow up. Teaching is the only job in the village that is permanent. All other jobs in the village are temporary and dependent on random occurrences like the changing of season or tourism.
Bravo. And her name again is? Her name? Asmitic? Asmitic.
Hafsa Ait Abu. Hafsa Ait Abu.
Hafsa and Abu. Ana Pilar. Fatima.
Your name is your new boyfriend gave her a new
Yes.
Fatima.